Now, if you don't know the story about Wyndham Clark, there is a bit of history with him. Unfortunately, last year he missed the cut at the US Open and decided to take out his anger on the locker room at Oakmont, and unfortunately got himself banned from Oakmont and really penalized. And New Yorkers were not going to let him forget that. The crowds in New York are tough, but man, those crowds were brutal to him. They were cheering when he missed shots. They were cheering when he went off the green, when he had a chip shot that went long. They were just brutalizing him. And I don't know that I necessarily agree that that's the way that they should have treated him. I understand there's a lot of animosity towards him because of his behavior in the past. And I know they interviewed him afterwards and actually during the weekend and said, hey, like, how are you dealing with the crowds? And he admitted he understands it's New York, but he said it is tough. And they asked him specifically, which I thought this was a funny thing because I'm like, isn't this a wrestling term? They're like, would you be okay with being on the heel of the PGA? And you could see on his face, he doesn't want to be. But he said, if that's what I have to do to be able to win championships, I'll do it. He did say at times that the vocal outbursts and the things like that really started to give him energy at times. But man, the other players were saying it was brutal, especially Scotty, who during his interview I thought was interesting. He's like, I'm here to talk about golf. I'm not here to talk about fans. But the one thing he did say is New York fans are tough, and we've seen it before. So I am not surprised that Wyndham had to deal with that.